Is it me that does not understand English again? What is a terrorist organization? Who are terrorists? How can they look at us, JJ, with what we are doing on social media? And somebody, Nigeria leader, one Nigeria leader will look at us and say social media is a terrorist organization. Sultan of Sokoto, I know here well, Lini. If be like say I know hear well, let us listen to it again. If be like say I know hear well, I don't hear wetin the guy talk. In case you are just getting to see my face, my name is Auntie Adoni. Welcome to my channel. If you are just subscribing to this channel, thank you for subscribing. Abeg make we listen to wetin Sultan of Sokoto talk. If be like say I know hear wetin he talk well. I know hear well. I know hear.
You can't come and be through social media. So that's one terrorist organization, social media. Social media is a terrorist organization. What they do, put somebody in his comfort room and formulate stories, and you will swear that it's true. So, social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. So we're not happy with what's been happening either on the plateau or other places.
Hey, these are our leaders, they're normal so. Did you hear what this man just said? This Sultan of Sokoto. This is the Sultan of Sokoto of one of the biggest states in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. The people controlling the north. He says social media needs to be done away with. We don't need it. At this dispensation, at this generation, we don't need social media. He says social media is a terrorist organization. Let us look at what the meaning of the terrorist organization means in the real language. If he's calling social media a terrorist organization, the Boko Haram in the north, who are they? Anyway, let us look at the meaning of terrorist organization. Then we now look at the Boko Haram warning them in the north, who they are. So the AI gives definition of TO. I will call it TO. Is a group that uses terrorism, which involves violence or threat of violence, to achieve political or ideological goals, often by intimidation or coercing civilians or governments. These organizations are often designated as foreign terrorist organization FTOs by governments, and this designation can result in sanctions and legal actions against them and their members. Let me read it again. A TO is a group that uses terrorism, which involves violence or threats of violence, to achieve political or ideological goals, often by intimidating or coercing civilians or governments. These organizations are often designated as FTO, foreign terrorist organization, by governments, and this designation can result in sanctions and legal actions against them and their members. For example, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Boko Haram, Hamas, Taliban, and many, many others. Please, how did social media fall under this category? Because this man speaks English so well and he can come out and say this. Is he trying to discourage the backward northerners from participating in social media? Or is it the Westerners that are well educated, well exposed, and know the importance of social media that is trying to discourage? Or they are trying to pass a message that they don't want Nigerians on social media? Of course, we know they've been arresting people on social media. They've been arresting social media users, influencers, and all that, and they've been locking them up. So is this another way to pass a message or what? Now, this same guy, let's look at what he said concerning Boko Haram. He's looking at people who are talking on social media, people who are using social media to pass a message, to pass their message, their grievances, to talk, to pass a message on what they want as a citizen. He's calling them names. Now, what about the people who invade villages to carry people, buy them, and all that? Let's look at what it says about those ones. On Google, Boko Haram is classified as a terrorist organization on like ISIS and the rest. But Sultan of Sokoto said, if you fight Almighty Allah, when you fight Boko Haram, the same Boko Haram that has caused a lot of damages, the same Boko Haram that abducted a lot of children, and up to today, those children are still with them, girls, the Chibok girls. The same Boko Haram that has done a lot of havoc in that country is considered by Sultan of Sokoto as Allah's children. But we, talking on social media, he said, people on social media, that social media has become a terrorist organization and should not be allowed to exist. Hey, who do Nigeria? Oh, who do us? Who do us? Who do us? Who do us? With this kind of mentality, where are we going in that country? Sultan of Sokoto, Edeberu Olorun. Edeberu Olorun. You call social media terrorist organization, but Boko Haram, they are God's children. With due respect you, kí ló dé ẹ̀yin people yìí tẹ́ ní kàbáyé? Kí ló dé? Which way Nigeria? Which way Togo? Where are we going in that country? Is that country going anywhere with all this kind of mentality and this kind of people? Taking us backward. Backward. At this dispensation. When if not social media is even going AI. They say they are terrorists. How are they terrorists? They empire anybody. Oh, influencing. Hey, voila, today. And people are seated listening to this man. Nobody is saying anything. They believe. I will not be surprised very soon. Anyway, they are trying to do it to shut people up on social media. But make we see as they go. As I say, I say, waiting be this one, we are here. Make we come here. No be only man here go hear this one. Say, social media is a terrorist organization. I say, I know here well. I listen again. I listen again. I listen again. It's actually a video of about 30 minutes. But I just called that one come out. Why is regarding social media as a terrorist organization? I don't understand. Social media, doing the social media unalive anybody at any point from talking like Boko Haram? Did they at any point kidnap anybody like Boko Haram? Did they at any point invade people's land like Boko Haram? And yet, Boko Haram is considered Allah's family, while social media is considered terrorist organization. And we have leaders sitting down, listening to this BS from this guy. Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way to go? I love my fatherland. I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to.